The campervan's been neglected for the last few months, so it's time for a bit of a clean up inside and out. Okay, welcome to the back of the campervan. We have a very messy campervan which we are going to tidy up. As you can see, there is a lot of junk and it's very dirty, and we've also got a couple of new bits that I want to fit today, which I'm going to show you now. So we have, in the California, we have this little window here, and out of here is the blind for it. Now the newer Californias have pockets in this little alcove here, which the older one, the T5, which this is, doesn't have a pocket in it, but there's an aftermarket part that we can get, which we have, which is this. So that is basically going to replace the one that I've just pulled out there, and it's a bit fiddly because we have to do it from inside the wardrobe. So it's going to be very hard to record that, but I will show you as much as I can as I go, and I'm going to try and do that now. And it's probably best if I turn the camera off so that you don't hear me swearing. Well, that came out a million times easier than I thought it would, but now we've got to see how the new one goes back in. You kind of have to lift it, pull the bottom out, bend it and force it out. So I guess you just do the other one, the new one, the other way around. Well, I've got to be 100% honest with you, that was far easier than I thought. Now the only thing is, it seems like because of that extra alcove bit is now full, it is going to scrape on the part on the back of the wardrobe here. So I'm going to try and show you. Again, this should just pull, and then because this is a bit, I don't think you can see that, it's got this lip here which the other one didn't have, which does make it quite stiff to pull out, but yeah, it's not as snug a fit as, well, it's probably too snug a fit, but it's going to give us a little bit of extra storage, things like matches, sun cream, hand sanitizer, that kind of thing, tissues, just a little bit more pocket storage that we can use. So that's the first thing installed. And now I've got to have a quick check at the tap because it was playing up again. It broke last summer, fixed it with the help of a neighbour, but the pump seems to be a bit intermittent. There's not much water in there, so it could be because of that, but we're going to look at that now. So there's one other thing that we bought to help us with storage in the van for the next few months, and that is this metal cover here. It gives us a little bit more storage. Obviously the fridge is here, and if you've got things on the fridge and you're cooking, you really don't have much other storage apart from the slide out table. So we bought this this metal thing which just sits over the tap. It's all cut out perfectly, it's heat resistant. Is heat resistant, so you can put kettle on there or pans, and it just gives us another foot square of storage, which matters. But the main reason we are in here today is also to see how temperamental the tap is being. Yeah, see, there's no movement on the pump at all. Now, I don't know if that's because there's no water in there. I wouldn't have thought so, but not good considering we thought we fixed it and now we're going camping on Monday and nothing. So we're going to put some water in the tank and then see if that makes a difference, which I'm not sure that it will. Water put in, I didn't think it would make a difference, and it hasn't. We have no tap again, no running water, 3 days before we go camping, where there's no facilities. Well, there are facilities, but they're not open. Not ideal. So that's what my job is this weekend. Right, well, it's back working again. It's so fiddly, I guess. I know nothing about electrics or switches or anything like that. I guess they're all pretty much like this, but in here, let's try and get it on the background where I don't know if you can see. There's a tiny, like, U-shaped piece of metal that's making the connection, and I should have showed it to you actually when it was on the tap. It's just like a little U shape. It's only about 4mm long and it's bent, and there's two tiny little holes that they have to clip onto the other part of the switch, and when that flicks a connection, the tap comes on. And I think one end of the switches wasn't straight, so it wasn't quite making the connection. So I've straightened it out with a pair of tweezers. I've put that little U shape back on again, and I'm going to see how it goes for the next trip we're doing next week. But we have a spare should we need it. Yeah, I know you can't see that clip very, just the focusing and everything, just not. Doesn't really show up on this camera, unfortunately, but kids are fighting in the background with the neighbours, but it's all fun and games. So that's the tap done. Now I need to do a lot of cleaning and putting everything back in the van to get ready to go, so better crack on with that. Yes, we have a little bit of tidying up to do now. We've decluttered the inside, but it still needs a good old clean, so we're now going to concentrate on getting all this cleaned up. And orders from Suzanne is to make sure this is nice and clean. As you can see, it's gotten a bit grubby over the last couple of years, or last year over the winter. So we're going to do that now, and I won't bore you with the details. Hi. But we will.
Hi.
That's my assistant videographer. So we're going to crack on. Okay, that is all I am going to do with the sink and the fridge. I'm now going to do the cupboards and the floor, and then the carpets in the dash, and I think that will do. Alright, so that was the hardest part, cleaning the floor. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. I should have done a before and after video, because it's looking pretty clean now, but I'm going to do a before and after video for this little bit here. So this is the before. much better. And there we have a nice clean dash. So I think that's one more little clean up in the glove box, and I think that is all I'm going to do inside. We are now going to pile everything in so we can eat, drink, sleep and have fun tomorrow on the next trip. Well, probably when you watch this it would have been 2 days ago, but you get the point. Okay, so what have we done? We've cleaned the fridge, we've cleaned the cooker, the tap's temperamented again, so we're just going to have to see what happens. I've cleaned the floors, hoovered, the dash has been cleaned. I put the sheet up there for Max to sleep in so we don't have to do when we arrive tomorrow. Smells nice in here, which it didn't before. It smelled a bit dusty, but now it smells really good. And we've loaded up most of the camping stuff. So we've got in the driveway awning, the toilet, 'cause we need to take a toilet with us this time because nothing's open, of course. The barbecue's gone in, put some water in the tank so we have water so we don't have to touch any of the taps at the campsite. We're trying to do our bit, and I think that's it. So now I'm going to go back inside, finish washing up and get together pots, pans, plates, cutlery, all that kind of thing, and then we'll load that up a bit later on and we're ready to go. Yay! That's it, I'm not going to film anymore. There's nothing more to film really. We've got everything in, just clothes and bedding to go in tomorrow morning. And that's it for this quick video of campervan preparation for our first trip out of the 2021 lockdown. So thank you for watching and stay tuned on Sunday. We've got a couple of videos coming up. We've got a video coming up this Sunday which I think is another New Forest walk. But the Sunday after that, it's going to be all camping stuff to do with what we've done this week and future trips we've got coming up. We've got one every week, I think, now for the next month, which is brilliant. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.